If you concentrate solely on your career, you can get out a long way in your career. And I can get a long way in your career. It minority of men preferentially do. Then that's all they do. They work like 7 to 8 hour a week. They do go flat out on their career. They are staking everything on the small probability of exceptional status in a narrow domain. But it's hard to on them. They don't have a life. It's very difficult for them to have a family. What's one thing? Have one thing. He said, "Go, wish I had done as I haven't done." Thinking Melina. It may be that's wildly undimensionally it is price of you have to pay exceptional at one thing. Right, because you are going to be something like a genius level mathematician. You can want to do that for a scientist says. It's like you are in lab all the time. You are working 70-hour week for 8 hour week. You are smart, you are dedicated, you are unidimensional. That's the get the beat all the others peoples who are doing. That's all the only way. What problem is you don't get a life. Now if you are loving to be a scientist and you have time kind of for focus on your mind, well, first of all you are a rare pupil, and second you are going to be pay for it, but find more power to you. But it's a risky business to do that. You have sacrificed a lots of for it. I know what I say. Most of other often you are speaking others to having a happy life. The do you have to do self have a family. You have something to do outside of what that is are the meaningful and you are useful. You have to a network of friends. Well, that's the those of three things alone, or four things alone, or plenty of the keep your week oriented and the life one of those things collapse. Everything doesn't go. Now the price you pay for is the more you strive to optimize that the balance, less you likely to have to be fantastically successful at all any single one of them. What might have been very you have can consider your life as the whole. That might be a winning strategy. One of the things can Carl Jung said really like him man went after the perfection, and when the woman went after wholeness, they are different. They are different value. They are the different. There is something different at top of the value hierarchy. So perfection would be secret all of the things and look after radical success. Not only that, all men they don't. They're talking about extremes, at least with the regard of them of men do that. The wholeness idea is more likely to well want. I want I want one thing in my life to do 150%, or I want five things in my life to do 80%. Well, there are lots more the richness people in life where have to five things operate as 80% are not operating, any of them are at 150%. So I really believe this is because the watched man and women go to three in their career long for the period of time, and one of the things that lots of things they produce this one of the things can I only notice that the mostly women they are 30% where walls and unidimensional career. They won't do them. They won't put in the 80 hours week. We have to be put in a order to dominate that particular area, that isn't reason for they don't, because they decide to not worth it. And no wonder, because why would we at the worth it? So it's difficult. Do you expect them to cheer you on? So you having your vote, you would. What you trying to prove to them? I am trying to do is to make significant difference in space flight, and help to make space flight accessible to almost anyone. And I would hope for this so much. I support the direction as well as to have received, to have risk yourself. That's like you want to be an outstanding scientist, it's okay. Like really that's what you want, because it means do you do, because you told me, you once told me that when you are come back you might be same age, and today I am the age of you, what we doing to left. It would be a real good time for you, because you are competing with the others people. You know they are smart, they are hardworking, and you want to be at the top. You have to be smarter and work harder than any of them. And working hard means working long hours. It means also the working delightfully, but in the final analysis of it all, also an addictive issue. And if I am smart and hard working and I can count a 70-hour a week and you do 30, it's like in 2 years so far ahead, you have to will never ever catch up. Anyways, and I think the party may be part of reason have women are the oriented with more than men. I think two reasons. One says socioeconomic status doesn't make women more attractive, and other meaning marketing, but it's them more men attractive. And the second is women time for frame and the compression, right? Because can be always they say, well, I have to get later, and they can't say until they have to like it is. Whereas my women like to be only men to get out to get it together by the time you are rest to say 40, but really probably by 35, but definitely by 40, because otherwise it is sudden hard happening writing different. It like most unhappy people, it or she no. One of the common roads to the extreme of happiness to want to be children is not happy to them, but recommended.